Hello everyone, we're going to start with some rhythm patterns. I'll play and then you play. Wait for my gesture, get your hands ready, just simply on your desk or whatever you have at home. Here we go. Great, awesome job. So all the rhythms I just played were 4-beat rhythms. Let's do a little bit of a rhythm review and work on writing some rhythms. It's going to be a major focus for today's lesson. I've got my whiteboard here. You're going to need a blank piece of paper and a pencil. Alright, so first let's talk about how we're writing these notes. I start with the note head. So you're going to do a nice oval note head and then stem up. And then that is the note we call ta. So just as a review, ta gets how many beats? 1 beat. And then I also want to review that this rhythm, remember oval and then another oval right next to it, stem up, over, and down. This rhythm TT gets how many beats? Not 2, it's 2 notes that fit inside 1 beat. So that's just a little bit of a review on our note values. Ta gets 1 beat and TT also only takes up 1 beat. We're going to be using these today. So write that down on a piece of paper so that you have it. Alright, so I've written our answers up here a little bit smaller in the corner. Reminder that ta gets 1 beat and TT, 2 notes that fit inside 1 beat. Alright, we're going to write a 4-beat pattern together as a class today. Later on in some lessons, you may be asked to write your own. But get out a piece of paper and let's work on writing some notes. I'm going to start down here with my oval note head, and then I'm going to draw another one next to it, and my stem up and then down, and it looks like I've written TT. So that takes up 1 beat. So if you haven't yet, start working on that rhythm. Next to that, pretty close, I'm going to draw another note head and stem up, trying to keep the stems pretty even in size. Now I have TT ta, so this takes up 1 beat plus another beat, so 2 beats. Here we go, the next part of the 4-beat pattern. 2 note heads close together. I think you know what that means. Stem up and down, TT. So now how many beats do we have? 1, 2, 3. I have 1 more, and I really like patterns in music, so I'm going to draw, what do you think? What would complete the 4-beat kind of equal pattern? A ta. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. While we have this on the board, give yourself a second to finish up writing that if you haven't. Then we're going to clap through this rhythm. Okay, guys, let's just get ready to clap this rhythm. Before we clap it, let me point to each note to remind us how to speak it and how it is read from left to right. Here we go. Ready, say it. T-T, ta, T-T, ta. Now let's try clapping that rhythm. Ready, go. T-T, ta, T-T, ta. And right now, say it with me. It just really helps ingrain how to read these rhythms in your head, because they are going to get harder and harder as we go on. Not today, but in coming years and throughout this year. Here we go. T, T, ta, T, T-ta. Great job, guys. We're going to come back to this rhythm a little bit later, but right now I want you to check out this video and really pay attention to a few musical terms that might be new that they use. Okay, so what was the key word and new musical term in that video? Can you guess it? It was an ostinato. So what is an ostinato? Over and over again in that song, they told us all about it. An ostinato is a musical pattern that repeats over and over. Before we check out some famous examples of musical ostinatos, I want to talk about a word I just used. I said repeats over and over and over again. That word repeats is also very important in music and in an ostinato. Tripping up on my words here. Let's check out a repeat sign. So grab that piece of paper and your pencil on that rhythm we wrote earlier. I'm going to do something very simple. I mean, this rhythm here is kind of just out in space and it's not organized. Something that we use to organize it are bar lines at the beginning and the end. Wow, I am not used to drawing from watching myself from that viewpoint. Those were not straight. Let's try this again. Oh boy, this, you know what? I hope you're laughing because this is funny. Wow. Let's try one more time. I think I gotta go this way. Bar line here and a bar line here. So that gives us our 4 beats a little more organized, but now that word repeats. We do another bar line and 2 dots here and here. That is the musical symbol that shows us that this pattern needs to repeat. So you have 2 bar lines and then 2 dots in the middle, and at the end 2 bar lines, 2 dots in the middle. Let's play this pattern over and over, like 4 times. 1, 2, ready, go. T, T, ta, 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 T, T, ta. Last time, T, T, ta, T, T, ta. And we maintained that steady beat and the music flowed. Even though we got to here, we repeat, automatically stays in tempo, stays in time. Great job. That is a rhythmic ostinato. There was no melody, right? It wasn't bum 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 bum. If I add melody, it becomes an ostinato. With melody and rhythm and repeats, we have an ostinato. All right, now that we have a better understanding of what an ostinato is, let's take a look at 2 musical examples. We're going to listen for the repeating pattern, and then I'll stop the video, and I want to see if we can sing that ostinato or identify it. All right, here we go. Link number 1. All right, can anyone identify that ostinato for Hit the Road Jack by the famous Ray Charles, who, interesting fact, did you know, was blind, but a great, one of the best musicians ever in rhythm and blues. That ostinato, how'd it go? It had a snap going. That was kind of part of it, not exactly the ostinato. It was more like this. Repeating over and over again. All right, time for example number 2, and this is link 3. Check it out. Where have we heard that before, Penn State fans? You know that whole crowd chants it. Let's try it together. Ostinato from Seven Nation Army. 1, 2, 3. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. There it is. Another famous ostinato. So now I encourage you, if you haven't, to really ingrain ostinato, how it sounds and feels. You can go back to those recordings and sing along with it. You'll see that they last pretty much the entire song. And that's what's really cool about these ostinatos. All right, real quick before we go, we're gonna try doing an ostinato, and then I'll sing the melody to it. If you remember solfege, it'll go like this: do, so, do, do, so, do. Just clap and add the hum. Hum and add the clap. Here we go.
Yellow, red, and brown, gently falling down. Autumn leaves come floating slowly to the ground.
Another time we'll be focusing on that song in the future. All right, I hope you really get what ostinato means. It is awesome to use in music. I'll see you next time.